What's up guys, my name is Devin, also known as FBE, and welcome back to another episode of Footballrs. In today's video, we're going to be bringing you guys another episode of the What Players Wear on the Field series, and today's guy is going to be Davante Adams of the Las Vegas Raiders. Just in case you guys are new to this series or need a quick refresher about what we do, we take a player. For this episode is going to be Tay. We talk about their gear, head to toe, helmets, cleats, gloves, shoulder pads, you name it. We're going to talk about it in today's video. I'm going to try and tell you guys pretty much everything I know about the product. I'll tell you guys what the product is, what colorways they wear it in, why they wear it, and where you guys can buy it for yourself. Before we get into the video, do me a favor and drop a comment on who you guys want to see featured in the next episode. We do look at these comments when we're deciding who we're going to feature next. As always, we're going to kick things off at the top, which means it's time to talk about Davante Adams' helmet. For basically his entire NFL career, Davante Adams has been in some sort of variation of the Schutt Air XP. The model he's been rolling with most recently is the Schutt Air XP Q11. Now, yes, this is an older style looking helmet, but you'll be surprised to know this is a 5-star rated football helmet and it only weighs 4.1 pounds. The Q11 combines the classic Air XP shell with the most up-to-date padding from Schutt. The end result is a 5-star rated helmet, and as I mentioned before, it's extremely light, weighing only 4.1 ounces, which is lighter than the Speedflex, the F7, and anything from Visors. To me, this is a nice classic look, and I know a lot of you younger guys are going to hate on it. You're going to say it's ugly, you're going to say it looks like an egg, but I think this helmet looks good. It's really refreshing to see a nice classic looking football helmet instead of something with all these crazy panels, crazy designs. It's just nice and simple, and I can appreciate that. Unfortunately for you guys, the Q11 is a pro only model. They only make these for the college guys and the pro guys. And I couldn't seem to find any type of Air XP for sale. Schutt is kind of going through a rebranding, redoing their whole website kind of process. So their stock's pretty limited right now, but hopefully they restock before the start of the 2023 season. Next up, we have to talk about the face mask. With the XP, Tay has always worn the EGOP face mask. EGOP stands for eye guards and oral protection, which basically means it has 2 eye bars here and then a pretty standard lower part of the mask. I think this is hands down one of the best looks for skill players out of any helmet, any face mask combination, and I think it looks so good on Davante Adams. Slap a visor on this mask helmet combo and you are good to go. If you guys want to get this face mask for yourself, Green Gridiron has them for $90. Next up, we got to talk about visors. For almost every single game this season, Davante Adams has been wearing an Oakley Legacy visor in their 20% tint. You can tell this is one of the older Legacy models because of the center tab in the middle. He also uses Oakley's quick release visor clips in gray to match the Raiders face mask. This smoked visor has been one of the best parts of Tay's drip this season, and it looks so good with the Raiders silver and black. A visor is an excellent addition to any helmet setup, and it's also going to give you some added eye protection, which is always nice to have. If you guys want to get this exact visor, Green Gridiron has them for $61, linked in the description below. Also, just keep in mind, every single product we talk about in today's video will be linked in the description. They do help the channel out if you guys use those links, so we appreciate it. Now, for a single game this year, Tay wore a regular clear Oakley Legacy visor. This was a little different from his usual look. I'm not sure why he decided to wear the clear version for this one game in, I think it was week 2. But it looked pretty clean either way. If you guys want to get the clear visor, Green Gridiron has them for $51. Next thing we're going to talk about is his mouthguard. Every single game this season, Davante Adams has worn a Vettex Lipguard mouthguard. In every single game, he wears it in black and with no tether. Vettex mouthguards are very popular in the NFL because they're comfortable, inexpensive, and they come in so many different colors. If you guys want to grab one, Amazon usually has them for about $10 a pop. This episode is actually sponsored by us, Footballrs. We have decided to come out with our very own shirts, sleeves, and ski masks. We are constantly talking about what the pros are wearing, and we wanted to give you guys the same access to the same gear. This right here is our long sleeve shirt, and this sleeve is meant to be worn as an undershirt to get that same baggy sleeve look that your favorite NFL guy is rocking. For these shirts, we are using high quality Nike blanks, which means they are pretty expensive for us, but we want you guys to have the best. With total transparency, we are making very little money on these, but we really want you guys to have these. Also, for these shirts, you guys will have the ability to add your name, number, IG handle right there on the sleeve and add to your game day drip. We also have some sleeves and ski masks up on the site as well. We are super pumped to announce this to you guys, so now you guys can wear exactly what the pros are wearing. Check out the items on our site at footballrs.itemorder.com or click the first link in the description below. Next thing we're going to talk about is shoulder pads. Davante Adams wears the Xtech X2 shoulder pad. Xtech X2s are one of the most popular shoulder pads in the NFL for a couple of reasons. 1, they're light. 2, they're really protective. And 3, they're really low profile and you have no problem moving freely. While wearing these, Tay is able to move his hands all over the place to make any catch he needs to. Unfortunately, they are pretty expensive. If you guys want a set, they're going to cost you $550. To go along with the shoulder pads, Davante Adams wears Xtech's 5-sided vented backplate to protect his lower back. This is another lightweight protective accessory from Xtech. If you guys want one, it's going to cost you $75, which is a lot more than most backplates on the market. Next thing we're going to talk about is gloves. We've seen Tay wear a couple different glove models this season, but 99% of the time he's in the Jordan Jet 6.0. Davante is one of the very few NFL players to be signed with Jordan brand, and this means he gets to design his very own PE cleats and gloves. Tay gets to meet with Jordan brand designers and decide on small details like the palm design, what's inscribed on the inside, and of course the colorways. Tay kept it extremely simple, and he either wears them in an all white colorway or an all black colorway, and both pairs have solid color palm. A super clean cut look. Also, just in case you guys didn't know, the Jordan Jet 6.0 is the exact same glove as the Nike VaporJet 6.0, just with different branding. And the VaporJet 6.0 is one of the best gloves out there. They fit super snug, they look great, and they have sticky magic grip palms, which help Tay catch the football. If you guys want to get a pair of the Jordan Jet 6.0s, good luck. They only make them for the Jordan branded schools and the Jordan athletes in the NFL, so you really can't find them unless you get lucky on eBay, but I would recommend just getting the Nike VaporJet 6.0s, which you can find all over the place on eBay. Or you can get the Jordan Jet 7.0, which is about $55 from Champs. Now, for one freezing cold game in Pittsburgh, Tay wore a different pair of gloves, the Nike VaporJet 5.0 cold weather glove. For this snowy matchup, Tay pulled out these instead to try and keep his hands warm during the game. The VaporJet 5.0 cold weather is an insulated pair of football gloves with fleece on the inside to try and block out those harsh elements. They do have Nike Magna Grip as well, so you're not going to lose any grip, but they are a little bit thicker to help block out those elements and keep your hands from freezing. Now, unfortunately, this is one of the gloves Nike only makes for NFL teams and college teams. They aren't really available to the public, but there are a couple pairs on eBay, so I'll leave a link to those in the description below for all you guys playing in those cold states. Now, the final pair we're going to share with you guys is actually a pair he hasn't worn at all yet this season, but we were lucky enough to get our hands on them. These right here are Davante Adams Jordan Jet 7.0 PEs. This pair is all black with the iconic Jordan elephant print on the palm and his DA17 logo at the base in white. The Jumpman on the back of hand is colored in silver and has this unique rainbow glitter effect and looks really cool under the light. On the inside of the cuff, we have a couple different things. On the left glove, it says "Not 2" in gold, which is one of Tay's messages to the league. Top 2, not 2, which basically means he's the best wide receiver in the game. Then on the right glove, it has his DA17 logo, again, but in gold. Like I said, Tay has not pulled these out yet, but these are definitely his PEs, as you guys can tell by all the details, and they look absolutely incredible. And then just to talk about the Nike VaporJet 7.0 real quick, these are some of the best gloves in football. Most of the NFL wears them because they're comfortable, they're lightweight, and the Magna Grip Plus palms are even stickier than previous Nike glove models. If you guys want more info on these gloves, we do have a full review video. Check it out. We have made it all the way down to the bottom, which means it's time to talk about Davante Adams cleat heat, and trust me, there are a lot. Davante Adams has worn 5 different cleat models this season in 11 different colorways. And again, Davante Adams is a Jordan brand athlete, which means he gets hooked up with all kinds of insane Jordan PE cleats. And every single pair he gets is outfitted with the Nike Vapor Untouchable traction plate. The first one we're going to talk about is the one he wears the most, the Jordan 1 Low. Now, for the Jordan 1s, he's worn 5 different colorways. First one is going to be the PRM Camo. He wore the Jordan 1 PRM Camo in weeks 1 and 9. The upper on these have a unique camo pattern and a metallic swoosh. In weeks 2, 10, and 16, he wore a Las Vegas themed pair. These had a Vegas themed upper with small touches of playing cards and then a huge Las Vegas sign on the heel. In week 3, he kept it simple with a nice pair of black and white Jordan 1 Lows. Now for weeks 5 and 13, he wore one of my favorites, a pair of chrome Jordan 1 Lows. The entire upper was a metallic chrome material and it literally reflected everything nearby. It was really dope. For week 12, he went with a super clean triple white pair of Jordan 1 Lows. I like these, clean and simple. I like it, Tay. Can't go wrong with those. Now this is going to be the final pair of Jordan 1s during week 5. Pre-game, he wore a pair of Chicago Jordan 1 Lows. Now, of course, these don't match the Raiders colorway, so of course he didn't wear them in-game, but they are the perfect pair for pregame. Now that we've gotten through all the Jordan 1s, he did wear one pair of Jordan 7s in a white silver colorway for pregame of week 7. These are incredibly clean, and I'm honestly surprised he has not worn them more this season. The next pair is another stupid clean one. It's going to be a pair of Jordan 9s in a white and silver colorway. He wore these in weeks 8 and week 14, and they were fire. Next up, this season he's worn a couple different pairs of Jordan 11s. The first pair is going to be a black on black pair with white laces. He wore these during week 7 and 11. Yes, like the gas station. The other one was a black-white Concord-like colorway that he pulled out in weeks 4 and 15. And lastly, he wore the Jordan 12 in what was dubbed the Royalty colorway. I might be partial since I have a pair, but I absolutely love these, and I think they work perfect with the Raiders color scheme. There you guys have it. There's a full head-to-toe breakdown on Raiders wide receiver Davante Adams. This guy has one of the most impressive cleat rotations in the game, and this video was a blast to make. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, like this video, drop a comment on who you guys want to see featured in the next episode, and subscribe for more videos just like this one. My name is Devin. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Footballers.